We are going to analyze this case. During an university seminar, two students, a man and a woman, are talking informal with their professor after class. Both use casual language, saying things like, "Hey, that topic was kind of confusing," and "You shouldn't totally give us less reading next week." While the professor laughs at the man's comment and says it's a friendly and confident, the woman's similar tone is judged as too informal or disrespectful. Even though they use the same level of speech, her way of speaking is perceived as less appropriate. In this case, we can notice that it reflects a gender professional speak partners because women and men are not only expected to speak differently, but the language is evaluated differently. In the society, the women are supposed to behavior in a good way, in a formal way to the other people. Then the society often expects that women use more standard and polite forms, while men are allowed to use more vernacular or casual speak without negative judgment.
Okay, this difference shows the idea of converse prestige, where men always gain social approval for being relaxed or confident, while women always face citizens from society from the same behavior. In other words, language reflects a lot of social gender inequality. Also, the same style of speech being used can be considered powerful in a man, but inappropriate in a woman. On the other hand, students meet in class in a formal context, but after class in an informal context. So they both natural switch to a vernacular style, using some casual expression like a little or totally. Interpreting this is called a change of style that is adapting our language to the level of formality and the people we speak with.
This phenomenon exemplifies how language ideologies and linguistic norms are socially constructed and reflect existing power relation in a society. The different evaluation of a relation in men and women reflects a gender bias in performative interpretation, which in turn perpetuates gender inequalities and reinforces traditional roles and stereotypes. In particular, it can be observed that vernacular or informal language may be valued differently depending on the speaker's gender. For example, in the workplace, a woman who uses vernacular or informal language may be perceived as unprofessional or lacking authority, while a man who uses the same language may be seen as confident and self-assured. This suggests that the social construction of linguistic style and register not only reflects a difference in communication between men and women, but also perpetuates gender inequalities and reinforces the existing power structures. Furthermore, the relationship between standard language and vernacular language also plays an important role in the construction of identity and social perception.